to everyone who's subscribed today and supported me. Much appreciated. I'm going to be doing some IRL streams when I'm in California. So I'll be streaming from my phone, showing you guys what TwitchCon is all about. So if you get an alert, that's because I'm IRL streaming. I'll probably do that every day. We'll see how busy I am. No promises on that. And I'll be, tweeting, and I'll have stuff on Instagram and Facebook and all that about it too. So make sure to follow that if you have any interest in doing so. MBL is playing as the Burmese this time. Did I restart the bets? I did not. For once, you guys don't have to remind me. There you go. In the red, we have TaToH. TaToH's playing as the Malay. And this is a civ that TaToH has done really well with. The Malay have the 80% faster upgrade speed, and TaToH seems to be early aggressor in a lot of games, and it benefits him. So I think TaToH, if I were to make a prediction, Malay would be one of the civs that TaToH uses a lot in that upcoming tournament. Jerry LB, what's up, man? Been a long time since I've seen you. Welcome back. So Burmese versus Malay. Before we even get to the Castle Age thoughts, let's talk about Feudal Age. So Burmese, I'll show you the tech tree. 3 lumber camp upgrades and infantry +1 attack per age. So that's a good man-at-arms bonus. You get the free eco upgrade, which saves resources essentially, and then you get extra attack on your man-at-arms. So MBL could go towers and man-at-arms. I think the Burmese are a great civ for that. I said that last time, towers and man-at-arms are strong because you can defend at home with towers after going forward. And then, if you're already on stone as the Burmese, you get the Arambai. So you're already building towards your Castle Age unit, essentially. A TaToH has a civ that has that faster advancing time, and then it's a strong archer civilization, which actually is bad for MBL, because though the Arambai are strong, they are weak against archers, which will have more range, and you can mass them more. Of course, it depends on how this plays out, but those are the two big things. I think that if TaToH has a lot of archers and MBL ends up going Arambai, he could struggle. But let's just talk about the maps, and then we'll talk about what happens. And TaToH with his main gold on the left, and both of his stones are in that area as well. So this is going to be nasty for him. He might be the aggressor on the front. His wood lines are on the back. They're not great wood lines, but they're enough for the feudal, maybe Castle Age. Yeah, that's it. It's not great for him. MBL is a much better wood line, but he's up against the edge of the map, so he has nowhere to run, nowhere to hide if the pressure comes in on the front. And these are the bases you love, because you can easily wall off, and normally your wood lines can't be attacked by scouts and whatnot. But these are the maps you hate if someone goes forward on you, because all TaToH would need is one tower here and some walls around it with man-at-arms, and MBL would have no access to stone and gold unless he ran further out this way. And I like the aggressive walls from MBL. I'm interested to see what TaToH will scout, because TaToH is actually forward now. If TaToH can scout this base, I think he will go man-at-arms and towers.
24 hours forest, nothing. 24 hours forest, nothing. 24 hours
forest, nothing. Saligator.
24 hours forest, nothing.
T93.
24 hours forest, nothing. 24 hours forest, nothing. 24 hours forest, nothing. 24
Trush is a tower rush if you don't know that.
24 hours forest, nothing. 24 hours forest, nothing. 24 hours forest, nothing. 24 hours forest, nothing. 24 hours forest, nothing.
Jeez. Woo! It's alright, Saligator. I forgive you. Thank you for coming back for 2 months, man. Look at MBL's aggressive walls. So, TaToH's just now scouting his base. No, don't, no, TaToH! Okay, he's fine. Not ideal. But, aggressive walls from MBL. He's gonna wall here, and then he's gonna wall here. The problem with forward walls like this early, if TaToH goes man-at-arms, MBL's going to have his villagers back at home working, and he's not going to be able to wall behind. So I don't get the forward walls all that much at this stage of the game when you have very slow units, and you're just counting on being able to wall behind. And, of course, TaToH. Now, this is incredibly early. He's gone up on 19 pops, so he can't really afford man-at-arms. He's just going full trush. But maybe MBL was expecting that. And TaToH, oh, there's a hole here. Is he going to run through the hole, or is he going to batter down the walls? I think he's just going to tower the walls and batter them down. MBL is clicking up on 23 population after all the walling. TaToH being feudal age. Yep, now. And he's just going to tower this, and then he will allow himself entry. MBL with the barracks. MBL has no clue. No clue. And he might need to send these villagers off gold once he realizes. Yep, there's the villagers. Now he knows. Now he's going to try and wall behind again, but then the tower's going to be up, so I guess he'll just wall here, which is probably where he should have walled in the first place. What is his defense going to be? He has stone accessible here if he needs it. He can take this stone, but it's a little bit further forward. How can he defend from these towers? Well, for now, the plan is T90 wall. So he's just walling up with 2 villagers, but not going to hold forever. It's just buying himself some time. I think he was going to go man-at-arms, and those 2 villagers were going to collect the gold for it, but now they've had to wall. And so he's sending extra villagers to the gold so he can go man-at-arms to defend. So TaToH, full trust, full aggression. This is not the first time we've seen towers from TaToH before. And I think MBL will just tower this hill to try and stop TaToH from moving in. So far, pretty nice work from MBL, honestly. Because his tower's going to go up before TaToH's. And, oh, this would be beautiful. If he gets his house up just to delay, TaToH won't be able to walk in, and then this tower will go up. Oh, this is a nice move. That's totally worth it. Look at MBL microing his villagers, too. Microing his villas away from the tower. He hasn't lost one yet. Oh, no! She could die! Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, because the tower's up and he's completely stalled TaToH. That was calculated from MBL, forcing another tower from TaToH. At this stage, TaToH's not feeling very comfortable because he's built 2 towers and he sent all these villagers forward only for MBL to build a few walls and build 1 tower. And now MBL has counter stone, so he can build more towers if need be. And MBL going to do the nice thing, delete this wall and send out a counter attack to TaToH's base, which is completely open when you do a trush. That's great work from MBL. I dissed the forward walls, but it actually helped out. It bought himself time. So well done, MBL. Who has a 2-vill lead now. And oh, he's gonna try and catch these villagers. I don't know if he expected the vills to be there. He definitely knew that TaToH had a scout there. MBL doesn't have man-at-arms, he just has militia. But still, just needs to delay and harass because he should be safe at home. So TaToH's game plan immediately becomes build as many towers as I can and keep them alive. Maybe get to the castle age first and then hold that advantage on the hill. So this was castle age and he had archery ranges and siege workshop here. This would be a lot more threatening to MBL. So currently he's able to defend, but depends what the players do with their map control. There's a hole here for MBL on his wall. But to me, this is a beautiful situation because he's just delaying TaToH. TaToH has 5 villagers running, oh sorry, 6 villagers running around doing nothing. MBL's lost his scout. Did he scout TaToH's base earlier? No, he didn't, so at least he knows where the TC is. And MBL gonna build another tower. This is how you defend from the tower rush. Build your own defensive towers, your economy will be stronger. And so far, so good for MBL. This is very well played. But if there's anyone who knows how to bounce back from this and balance that economy behind, it's TaToH. This is literally what I said when the game started. Go forward with towers, then start building defensive towers at home, and then boom to the castle age. I wouldn't be surprised if TaToH either builds a mining camp here and keeps his vills here, or sends his villagers back home, because he knows he can't do anything with towers anymore. But there are players who can do what TaToH has just done, send this many vills forward, and end up hitting the castle age first. Especially because TaToH's Malay, so this is a great civ for this, because even if you're a little bit behind in the normal timing, you go up 80% faster. MBL building the palisade gates, and yeah, it's all about economy now. TaToH actually has more food He's facing MBL's man-at-arms. MBL upgraded that, but the towers will defend, and I don't think the man-at-arms will do jack squat for MBL. Now, TaToH is one of the nicest guys I've ever met in this game. But this strategy is so frustrating to play against for me. I hate it. It's not necessarily the towers, it's the fact that you know you have a lead. MBL has a lead now. He has 3-vil lead, and he hasn't had the idle time. But he can't do anything. So that's the frustrating thing about this strategy. Because if you're good at it, you can be really successful. And TaToH going to use his villagers versus the man-at-arms. Great first start to that attack. I think MBL is going to attack here, though, because he can't go anywhere else. Maybe he can kill a villager with the extra attack. Yes, he can. He's killed one. He still has 2 man-at-arms remaining. He'll kill one more. No. This is all good for MBL, though. Just a delay. He's killed a villager, forcing TaToH off his food. TaToH's going to build a market. He will probably adjust his resources with the market. He's actually collected the last of the berries, so run away from there. And he's going to be in a castle age before MBL. We'll see what TaToH can do. I played against this strategy so many times. It's so frustrating because, at least in my opinion, now MBL has the lead, right? Because these towers didn't really do too much. Wasted resources. TaToH exposed villagers, and he had more idle time. But TaToH will hit the castle age first. Market's up. Just needs the blacksmith. Wood is safe. And he'll probably just buy food, and he will click on up. Oh, he's getting wheelbarrow first. Okay. I thought he had wheelbarrow earlier on. Maybe he just remembered he didn't have it. So that's going to delay him. He could have had that while he was fighting those man-at-arms. MBL has clicked up first, and he might even reach around the same time now that TaToH's delayed his castle age upgrade. So MBL has a healthier economy. He has more farms. He's not having to buy food like TaToH. And TaToH's building defensive watchtowers everywhere. And he'll click up after wheelbarrow. I'm not sure what TaToH's plan is in the castle age. He doesn't have any archery range, right? So he's not going to transition to crossbows. Maybe he'll boom a bit. Building towers to protect his resources. He could go for a castle, but that's going to be delayed now after building all those towers. So honestly, I don't think that TaToH is going to be a huge threat to MBL in the early part of this castle age like I thought he would be. MBL is just going to add knights, which is the best move when there's so many towers around your base. Also, it's the Burmese, not a bad choice. Keeping the man-at-arm alive to slowly kill this tower. Well done, MBL. Let's see what TaToH's up to. Last game, TaToH was 2. This game, he is 1. Really? No, last game, TaToH was 1. I didn't change the layout of the names. So if you bet on 2 last time, you bet on MBL. I think TaToH wants to hold this hill, keep MBL in his base, force MBL to fight on the front, and yes, he's going to add monastery, I guess. They'll go siege and monks. Oh, and there's the castle. He bought some stone. He's going to build a castle in the front. Can MBL see that? Yes, MBL can see that. Well, here's the situation. MBL already has a golden stone in the back. Oh, he has 2 gold that he could take if he loses this one. So this really isn't the worst situation for him, but he's trying to escape here, and TaToH... Hold on. I can't tell if there's a hole or not because of all the walls from both players. Yeah, TaToH's going to wall in these villagers. I'm doing that, so the knights are going to run around. This is messy for TaToH, though, because the knights will find his vills. A cheeky move there from TaToH. Still going to be messy for him. He has to decide now, do I delete my walls and get into the tower, or do I just run towards my monks? And if he runs towards the monks, excuse me, he's going to lose some vills here. I think he's going to lose a total of 3 villagers. So TaToH's hoping that he can hold on the front and starve the gold from his opponent throughout this game. MBL just running away from the monks now. After killing a few villagers, he's 2 villagers ahead. You can see TaToH's economy is stretched in comparison to MBL. MBL has a lot more resources. He's adding a second town center. And he will soon have the stone for a castle. So he can go for the Arambai. I think that MBL thus far, despite the score, has done a really good job. And if he gets a castle, the Arambai are so fast and they can do so much damage that TaToH's economy could struggle. But it depends. By then, TaToH could have TCs up. He just built this castle to hold the gold. That's the only reason. He's not creating any units out of it. MBL and his wolves are going to go attack TaToH. MBL! So much for the wolves. I'm trying to pay attention to the chat. I think some of the questions have been answered. There's a hole there next to the cliff. This one? Yeah, there is. The monks are just roaming around for TaToH because he's looking for those knights. See this? He has 3 monks here, 2 monks on the left. Should be able to get a few conversions if he pays attention. TaToH's resources are sky high. He's building a town center on the gold. I think what TaToH's plan here is to go 1 or 2 TCs and then up the imp faster. Just keep using his upgrade speed that he gets with the Civ. And then start making trebs and pushing MBL back into his base. MBL has to be careful not to overinvest into a boom here. It's so difficult because MBL knows that adding more villages is good.
This is madness.
But it might not be good if TaToH hits imp first. And TaToH has clicked up to imp. Meanwhile, MBL, he has a stone for a castle and he's sending villagers around. I don't know what he's going to do though. Still hasn't used his knights. Maybe he's going to bring the scouts and the knights in and try and castle this gold. That would be ballsy. Akaru, thank you for the 11 months. This is madness. It doesn't feel like 11 months, does it? MBL has added a few scouts because he wants to pick off the monks, and he definitely wants the forward castle now. But TaToH's on the way to imp, and he'll be there before you know it. Before MBL has the castle up, that's for sure. So I'm going to go to TaToH's point of view because this is interesting. Okay, he sees the scout. Don't know where his monks are. I think he has the monks in the front. Yeah, he's sending the monks back. MBL's looking for those monks. And are we going to see a castle here? If MBL ends up castling the 2 golds, that would be something else. Or is he just going to castle the main TC? What in the world? What am I witnessing? He's looped all the way around to build a castle, and TaToH wants to be aggressive on the front. The monk conversions will change the game. If he gets conversions here, it'll be good. If he loses the monks, that'll be awful because the knights are now on the way for MBL. There's 3 monks remaining. I think they will die. Yep, there you go. And this tower will be stopped. MBL, with the weirdest castle drop you've ever seen, looped all the way around to build a castle and denied 2 gold from TaToH and a wood line. TaToH is now an imp, of course, and he can start making trebs from his castle, but TaToH's economy is not very strong, guys, on 2 TCs that are barely working and not a lot of resources in the bank. That's amazing. The fact that he thought, despite all the walls and the castle on the front, to not build a defensive castle, because obviously TaToH would make trebs, to run the whole freaking way around and build a castle here. He had to scout that, he had to think of it, and he had to be aware of what TaToH would be doing. That is incredible stuff from MBL. Now he's up first to treb, but this treb, it unpacked, and now it's packing back up, because there's nothing here of value for TaToH to treb down. I guess we'll go for the TC. Thank God MBL did not pick up the imp on this TC, because he is on his way. And now the Arambai will come out for MBL. He can roam around this economy. TaToH's pretty much left this side of his economy to the left side. I should have used a different word. Vacated the right side to the left side. But wow. Powder sniff curls says my cat just threw up all over my beanbag. Oh man, that's funny. More scouts for MBL will probably go into light cav. I guess he's expecting these monks. Normally when you go with the monks you want to add in pikemen as well, just because that counter won't be successful then. TaToH is taking MBL CC, but MBL's relocating villagers. You're not too worried. Now there are 2 golds out here that players will be grappling over. MBL already has control over those golds. MBL really just doesn't have his main gold right now, and he needs to deal with trebuchets. I think MBL made a mistake of running outside of his base. He's going to send the light cat back so he can address this. And pretty much at this stage, MBL has such a Vil lead and such an economy lead that if he clears up these monks and spears, it's game over. The TaToH cannot afford to throw away these trebuchets now. And the light cav are going to kill the monks. I think the light cav will have the upgrades to kill the spears. And I would not be surprised to see a GG here from TaToH, who's put everything into this. I guess he's sending in more monks, though. And he might take the castle out. I thought MBL would have more numbers. If he had light cap back here, I don't know where his numbers were there. He could have taken the Trebs. Meanwhile, he's attacking TaToH, but I think the main focus needs to be at MBL's base, because if he defends this, it's game over. Oh man, this is interesting now. You see the Karambits going into the woodline just to raid. They're not very strong units, but they can raid until they die. This is actually really bad for MBL, because after losing the castle, he was immediately housed. You can see him adding the houses. Also, the bad thing for him is that he needed to make more stables to make light cap. But does he have the numbers to fight this now? Again, it feels like he does. There's only 3 monks here for TaToH. It's so difficult to have the skill and the speed to be able to focus on both areas. Yeah, TaToH's going to lose these units, and he'll probably lose the Trebs now, while MBL, with the Arambai, finding TaToH's new woodline, and is going to find some Vil picks. Oh, geez, that's a disaster for TaToH. Great defending from MBL. For a second, I was worried for him. But look at the Trebs going down. TaToH's going to look here, if he hasn't already, and just frown as he throws away these trebuchets to MBL's light cav. And that was before MBL even got chain guarding armor, so just getting the castle age armor upgrade on those light cav. Great play from MBL. I'm a fanboy of both these players, but geez, now he's running around with the Arambai, killing Vils. Great defense this game, jeez. Let's be honest, if the blue player was Viper, everyone in the chat would be freaking out. That's kind of how it is in Age of Empires 2, I think. Viper, of course, deserves all of his praise, but I think that because it's MBL, people might not respect how quality this game has been from him. Okay, let's hope I didn't jinx him. The light cav gonna run by the castle and gonna try and find the monks. The monks can hide in the castle. They can hide in the towers. MBL's just gonna run right through. TaToH isn't dead yet, I agree, but I feel like it's coming. MBL is building a trap here to take out that TC, can take out the next TC. TaToH is housed at 80 population, and MBL has stalled that push from TaToH. TaToH is just relying on monks. He's actually gotten a lot of monk upgrades. You can see he has some red light cap now. But I feel like it's inevitable now that the extra economy for MBL will pay off. Still, 5 conversions for TaToH. Not counting the Arambai he's converted, and he's adding Trebs now to try and hold on here. More conversions. It's all about the monks for TaToH. What's MBL up to? He's still booming up. I think he knows he can comfortably boom for now, and he's just going to continue to add the light cav. But he needs to be careful with his engagements. This wasn't a bad engagement, but TaToH's obviously prepared. So I think it's important for MBL to take wiser engagements and kill those monks every time. I gotta say, looks like TaToH will take this castle out. He's gonna kill the Treb for MBL. MBL can only have so many repair villagers. He's trying to PC this gold. And TaToH could take this. This gold, that is, sorry. The game, still unsure on. Nilly, thank you for the 6 months, man. By the way, Saturday, around 9 a.m. your time is when the video we worked on is going to be uploaded to YouTube, just in case you wanted to know. So I think now MBL understands TaToH wants this gold. Can't allow that to happen. And what's TaToH planning over here? Oh, geez, that's the castle. That'd be something else. It is a castle! Oh, man. I don't know. The fact that TaToH's still in this game, look at his economy. It's a disaster area, but he could do it. What will the conversions be like here? He's also adding pikemen to counter the light cab. Oh man, that's not... Oh wait, hold on. So hard to cast monk conversions. Oh, he definitely got conversions there. I can't see how many monks he has remaining though. Well, I don't think it really matters, honestly. If he's adding pikemen and he still has a few monks and got that many conversions, that's good. He's taking out this TC. MBL is constantly housed because of the pressure from TaToH, and now TaToH can build more trebuchets, and since he has pikemen, he can go monks and pikemen below the castle. I don't know what he can afford because he's down in population, but I think TaToH recognizes he's down in population and he needs to be aggressive. And he's on the main gold of MBL that has not been touched this game. This is actually pretty funny. This watchtower is going to attack TaToH's villagers. He probably didn't expect that to still be there. MBL has economy over here, and he's going to try and focus on this gold, while TaToH needs to make a decision: do I push forward or do I push to the right? I think the answer is he's going to push forward. That's where MBL has the bulk of his economy. Oh man, how do you call this game? Just to show you what I'm talking about, as the Arambai get converted. MBL's floating 800 gold and 800 wood. He had 400 food a moment ago before he got a research. TaToH is not above 200 in any resource. So he's stretched. But he needs to continue to push. He's adding Karambit warriors with the pikemen to kill any light cav that come out. The Karambits will also kill villagers pretty fast too. Now MBL is going to add Arbalest. Okay, Arbalest is probably the perfect move. It kills the pikemen, it kills the Karambits, and it stalls those pushes, I should say. It feels like it's MBL's game. This game has been amazing from MBL, but for TaToH to still be in this, I think it's also pretty impressive. Because a lot of players would have GG'd after they lost 5 trebs on the front, but not TaToH. TaToH's not giving up. He's going to continue to push here. Now, do the Burmese get Arbalest? I don't think they do. Yeah, okay, so they get Elite Skirmisher, but they don't get Arbalest. I think MBL is just realizing that now. As he's adding crossbows, but they won't go beyond crossbows. Still, it's not a bad move versus army comps, but it's not ideal. He's setting more light cav on this side, and this time it's been a better trade for him. He's killed all the monks, and he will probably kill all the pikemen and light cav that TaToH has here as well. Well played from MBL to continue with the pressure and hold on to that gold. TaToH's pop cap showed 109 in the overlay. Bug. Yeah, it might have been a bug. Things happen. Yeah, I think TaToH's just now seeing the crossbows, and he's going to call the GG. MBL once again going to kill a trebuchet. MBL once again holding, even though he's pushed back to the edge of the map here. Man, that's a great game. That's a great game, guys. I was kind of dissing on MBL's walls, but I think those 2 layers of walls helped him have the time to get the stone and get the gold. TaToH's strategy was performed pretty well. The forward villagers hurt him with the idle time for sure, and his economy was weaker. But what he wanted to do happened. He wanted to build the castle on the front. He wanted to go with early trebs and push. But that sick castle from MBL, man. 9 those golds. What TaToH wanted was that castle to be in MBL's base, which is the normal thing to do. You normally build it in your base to protect yourself in that situation and push out with your stronger economy. But no. he looped the whole freaking way around, saw 2 gold right next to a wood line and a TC, and he got the castle up after massing scouts because he knew that TaToH was going with the monks. That is a great display of situational awareness and balls, big old balls, because he could have easily lost to conversions, or he didn't know. Maybe TaToH had pikemen at the time, and that castle could have been denied. Great game there. Yeah, there's the military stats. MBL with a lot more units killed, and economy-wise, you didn't have as much gold as TaToH, but look at the food and the wood difference. Technology stats then, and society stats too. Hugeville difference in the end. But I was so happy with that game, guys. There's so many cool talking points there. Smithers, thank you for the 4 months. Hajeg,